Mic check, mic check. All right. Welcome back to Anima. Get memories? Nameless Chronicles. I think we were wandering around in a mansion last time. So this time we might be heading to the second boss, if I remember correctly. He's standing at the third one because we're not ready for it. If I'm remembering correctly. Yeah. I came out here to save last time, so we should be like good to go. Artemis, the Vow Fiend. Alright, let me look. Actually. Okay. Memories. Yeah, we just need to go put them up. Map. Main body. Hold up. We're coming from down there. That's the core. Okay, yeah. I'ma just slam on you. Shit. They cousin and came over here. You'll be dead in a second, don't worry about it. Oh, you bastards. Okay, yeah. Y'all make me sick. Okay, that's one. Come on, get out. All right. And that's the last memory. What was a human being? What exactly was he? The skull didn't know for how long, years perhaps. He asked the same questions without finding an answer. Okay. Was the dead body in the workshop the real Niscal? But if it was, why did it hold the parts needed to complete the project? Good question. The puppet master had the puppet master had his body analyzed several times over the years, trying to find something that could help him determine if he was a man or marionette. In his research, the skull severed some of his limbs, replacing them with metal implants, an irony that even he could see. Desperate, he began to consider using other human beings as guinea pigs for his research. Mad scientist indeed. However, after all the sacrifices, he was still not even one step closer to finding the truth. But what if none of that mattered? People, puppets. What if there had never been any difference from the start? And so, 300 years passed. Vaguely, the consciousness of the being that was once Niscal awakened. He looked at the world through the hundreds of eyes that were his terminals, independent puppets connected to his senses. The entity had witnessed the passage of time with the perspective that only immortality could grant, and was satisfied with the outcome. The only thing he had came to regret was the death of Gaudamus, who passed away before he could see how his legend was surpassed. However, in the end, that really didn't even matter either. It was the fate of all those beings unable to reach where Naskal did. I kind of want that to stop moving because that's a bit distracting. Anyways, more than 200 years ago, he was forced to flee from the continent, chased by the Inquisition, where his true nature was discovered. From that moment, he traveled from one place to another until he crafted a residence in the lost civilizations of the depths of the jungle. He found their old creative techniques interesting. There he rebuilt his mansion and continued his work, creating creatures that blur the line between the living being and an artificial one. Dr. Jerome? No, I'm playing. To ensure that no one could oppose him, Naskal had obtained the power to overcome any threat. He surrounded himself with a legion of extremely efficient combat marionettes and modified his body over and over until all that was left of its original form was part of his brain and his spinal cord. Its size grew disproportionately, gaining a height of over 90 feet, and he armed himself with all sorts of artifacts of enormous destructive power. Unfortunately, producing enough energy to move such a structure was very complex, so he was forced to power his generators with hundreds of souls. That increased exponentially his personal power, becoming a living weapon of vast power. Now, he went on with the same enthusiasm that he had when he was just a small child, with the sole aim of creating new puppets, perfect creatures that, like him, transcend the limits of life itself. And he will continue to do so until the world is ready to change. Alright, well, time to kick his ass. Gaudamus, you fool! Yeah, I remember this, boss.
Has anyone told you that women hate men who are too persistent, Immortal? You should leave if you don't want to end up like your partner here.
This? You did not do it. That is Naskal, the master of puppets. You are not powerful enough to take down one of us. One of those that you call the messengers of the end.
As much as it hurts to admit it, you're right. The bearer and Ergo Mundus have taken care of him. I'm just picking up the pieces.
Well, I am afraid I am going to need the essence of Naskal you're taking.
Why are you trying to stop us? I know we haven't always been enemies. Our organization has collaborated with you in the past. Help us again. Your power is necessary.
Help you to awaken Baal? If I had a sense of humor, I might even laugh.
The world needs something that unites it, Immortal. Baal will be that something. an absolute power, an unparalleled monster. The fear of it will stop wars, and all will be forced to stand united against the common enemy. In despair, people will see hope.
I got words about that, but I'll leave it alone for the second.
We will use Ergo as a medium for Baal. With the Biblos as a container, Ergo will control the power of Baal, and we will control Ergo. With it, we will create an instrument of salvation, an unstoppable threat for mankind that we can stop when we want. It may be a lie. There may be sacrifices. But the world will be saved. Millions will be saved. This is what Lord Romeo has arranged, what the Order of Nathaniel has done. It is the only way out.
I am so tired of hearing nonsense like that. Life after life. Generation after generation. I have met many people like you in the past. Same as your Lord Romeo, I know you think you're doing the right thing. That it is the only way out, all for the greater good. A necessary sacrifice. You are wrong about everything. You are mistaken in believing that the greater good is always an absolute concept. You are mistaken in saying that it is the only thing you can do. And above all, you are wrong to think that you can control Baal. I am going to give you one more chance. One. Forget this foolishness and help me stop the Baal resurrection. You are not bad people, just stupid. Do not make me kill you.
Unfortunately, if you're not going to help us, I can't allow you to get in Ergo's way. You are too dangerous.
And how do you plan to stop me? You do not have enough power.
I have everything that is needed. The residual essence of Naskal left in this vessel is more than enough to use against you. Face one of your own, immortal. Measure yourself to the power of the master of puppets.
Oh boy, this will be fun. Oh god, I didn't mean to do. What I was gonna say is, you gotta wonder if people think like, well, if that's what happens when shit breaks out in the real world, do they think like that? I know I hear that greater good talk here and there, but you know, gotta wonder. Greater good, lesser evil, all that dumb shit. And he gonna like put his hands down and like go all the way around in a circle or some shit, if I remember correctly. I remember that part. Yep, there it is. She really is weak. You bastard. Really? Okay. Whooping that noggin. Desperate, ain't you? What? Come back out here to get embarrassed, huh? Come on. Come on. Okay. Alright, the camera's not playing right with me now. What the? Alright, go back to the other side. Right here. Come on. Y'all better not. That's fucked up. Wow. I can't believe that. On that note, they just started like letting it hit me, man. I guess my dodge was late. Here? Okay. Bastard. Now I gotta go through all this. Getting a little sloppy. He'll fall some. I kind of don't like the way the camera's turning when I look at that arm. Seemed like a setup. There it goes. There you go. That was kind of cheap how she got that hit off before she disappeared like that. And this bastard just... What? He'll be dead soon. I guess she might pop back out. Got him. Knocked the paint off of him.
Goodbye, immortal. See you soon.
The essence of Nazca. Only a few fragments remain. Ergo must have claimed it when he destroyed it. It should be enough, but this is going to be more complex than I would like.
Nothing else to say. We better save too.
Well, well, I have a surprise for you. You can't say I'm not helping you at all. I used the time you were away to mess around with the supernatural systems of this place. And you know what? I've got you access to another one of those worlds made of memories. You can go there through this portal, so you can't complain about it. You're welcome.
Is this gonna be the place? The nightmare place? It just might be. It is.
This place. No, it can't be.
Where the hell did we interact? I don't know. I like it though. Soul fragment. Okay. Something over there. Kiso. Let me alone. Something behind that building. When we're done killing them, I'll go get it. I know not to let these things touch me. They drain energy fast. In case you're wondering why I'm just flinging at them. That's why. Good. Fragment of Death Max. Life Fragment Max.
This house. I remembered that the entrance was on the path near the beach.
What's this? Life Soul Max.
Don't keep going.
Life Fragment Max.
You must not remember. There will be only pain.
Life is pain. Don't they know that? Oh, greatest one of these damn things. I hate them. Caught me slipping. Yeah, why you go all the way to the middle of the woods? Nope, don't touch me. Armor core. Speaking of armor core, I went to the store the other day and I saw our armored core model kit. It was ugly. I was like, damn. It was very ugly. It was like gold or something. Kind of like a rust gold. It didn't matter if I was gonna get it for a discount. I didn't even want it because it was ugly. I don't know nothing about armored core anyways. I did, however, see a rare Crash Bandicoot figure that I probably might end up going to get tomorrow. We'll see. If it's still there, I'll get it. Oh, God. Get off me. Nope. Ah, damn. Barely could see them. Ran all the way over here. I need to level up off this fight. Not gonna lie. Soul fragment. Every time. Damn, I couldn't even see him. They was that far away. Well, you're almost dead. I'm not gonna waste too much more health on you. Thanks.
This place. I don't remember this place. There was a church here, not this sealed door. In any case, the protections of this place are exceptional. If I want to pass, I must find a way to break those seals.
You don't say. Y'all should have gave me a level up for that. I'll take it. What's this? Soul fragment. To replace the one we used. This kind of looks like that one place, but rainy. And desolate, actually. Oh, wait. Oh, God. I mean, you still got hit by it, so that's a win in my book. Mm-hmm. That's one. I mean, just keep doing that. Appreciate it. Level up. Okay. What we want? We are level 9. That wouldn't be too bad, actually. Take that and makes sense. That's the boss's move. We ain't got enough levels for that. Crit boost. Death either. Martial mastery. You know what? Why not? We can get like assault and dash next time. Where are we going? Oh. I think we just came from here, actually. Spooky castle door. Probably a fight somewhere over here. Life fragment. Armor core. Forseti's axe. You know what? Yeah, let's see what we're working with when it comes to that. Gives us more combat, less magic. Less crit, but more times crit, you know. And crit damage. That's too bad. I wanted to carry an axe. Spooky. Oh, there's a ship. Is that a memory? Yes, it is. I once had a name. Once I was someone. But all that was lost in the time. There was a point in the past when I was a human being. Now I haven't known what I am for a long time. Many stories have been told about me. Some say I was a prince of times gone by. Others consider me a ghost that possessed a mortal body. All are wrong. The world was different then. I've seen empires rise and fall. I've seen races born and die. I'm not human anymore. I am an immortal creature that will walk the earth until the end of time. I'm just something without a name. I was born in a small fishing village. My mother died when she brought me into the world, so I grew up only with my older sister and my father. In the mornings I went out to fish. In the mornings I went out with him to fish. I still remember the smell of salt and saltpeter that his boat gave off, and the cuts I'd made on my fingers when I picked up the nets. When the night came, my sister used to tell me all kinds of fantastic stories that she probably invented, but that I listened to with fascination. We didn't have much. But my childhood was happy. The village was located on the borders of Yehuda, an ancient nation in which those who possessed supernatural gifts were nobles ruling over others. Luckily, we were too insignificant to attract the attention, and there was no one special among us. Or so you thought. Our only concern was not to run out of food and avoid the attacks of ferocious animals. Therefore, we all learned to fish and defend ourselves from a very young age, something for which I apparently had quite a talent. I learned to use the sword at 12. At only 15 years old, I was by far the best fighter in the village. I was proud, but looking at it with perspective, we were just a group of fishermen without any martial training. So I lived a normal life, that of a simple fisherman, until I was 25, until the night of the storm. I never thought about what I would end up becoming. What's that? Oh shit. Couldn't even reflect because y'all want to come interrupt stuff. Okay. Arcane Potestas. Yeah, I don't like what you just done. What are you dropping meteors?
You are no longer the one.
What the hell?
This place. Remembering is suffering.
Life is pain.
Don't force our hand.
It's too late. Oh shit. The shadows remain cast. Abaddon's amulet. It was a trap. Oh, that was all that was over here. Only women will enter, from the youngest to the oldest. Is that still the sound of rain that I'm hearing? $12, $15, $25. You could try it. That don't mean that's what that is, but you know. Yeah, see. I'm missing something. Probably a memory of some sort. Well, let's go find whatever note that I'm missing. Because it's obvious that I'm missing one. It's not here. We're gonna have to go to the other area. That's fine though. Peter, 32 years old. Charles, 40 years old. Oh wait, Martha 9 years old. So 9 might be one. $54. 9, 16, 54. Behold. Oh shit. What the? Got him. Fragments of another life. Oh, we never did read chapter 4 of his. Oh wait, yes we did. Ethodria. The entity called Ethodria is one of the 21 messengers who, according to the prophecy of the seer Grimoire, will bring about the end of the world. She is also one of the oldest known creatures. Let me see. Preceding even many gods and demons. The first appearance of the sorceress dates from periods long before those of any entity other than aeons. Be that as it may, she is generally recognized as the first mortal who truly dominated the use of magic, which is why she is credited with the nickname of the First Witch. I see. Although her writings dated back more than 5,000 years old, she began to have relevance in history as one of the founding members of Yehuda. During the period of splendor of the supernatural empire, she was part of the high circle of archmages that ruled the country, being in charge of the division of the arcane investigation. During that time, she carried out countless monstrous experiments to unravel new supernatural secrets, with the only obsession to find the true roots of magic. It is impossible to imagine how many victims suffered at her hands in those days. Her name became synonymous with pain and death. However, over the centuries, something was changing in the immortal sorceress. Gradually, she became disgusted with her research and the sacrifices it entailed, until one day she just released all the test subjects in her charge and disappeared. Since then, her attitude has changed and has only reappeared in very few moments in history. Always in different places and only for short periods. Curiously, each time she has resurfaced, her actions have been unpredictable, only attributable. I don't know why I say attributable. Anyways, it's attributable to the tedium of her immortality. She could be engaging in new complex supernatural investigations to devote all her interest in making a simple farm flourish to become the best in the region. Okay. Interesting. From cruelty to calm soul in decades past. Ooh, I like this room. Exterminator tank. What is that? Oh.
This is Etheldria's mansion, the First Witch. This place should not even exist here. As far as I know, she has no relation with Baal or with anything that is happening.
You should leave. I do not want to see you here.
So much anger. You should get some professional help. Do I have to remind you that I only want to lend a hand? Here's some advice. This place is full of mystic seals and protections. You will need masks equipped to those in front of the sealed doors if you want to be able to open them.
Get lost. Mask, huh? Do those guys come back into play? Outskirts of the village. We don't need to be out here. What am I doing? Theldria. That statue broke. Creepy, but I like it.
This hole. I should be able to put a mask on it.
We don't have one. Oh, yeah?
This hole. This room is a gate to the wings.
0.
From here I can move between the material and the spiritual plane.
That a weapon? Yes, it is. We could lose some crit. Oh, I like it. Hold on. I have to scratch my head. If I did it on with my headset on, you'd hear it. Ow. Bastards. Got him. Strange mask obtained. Was that all? I think so. Okay. Who's that? I wonder. So Tuesday? I mean, that's cool. Nameless memory. That day, there was a great storm, the worst I had ever seen. There I found her. Among the remains of the boat was a young girl with red hair who had lost consciousness. I didn't think about the risk. I jumped into the water and carried her to the beach as best as I could. While I was giving her mouth to mouth, she opened her eyes and slapped me. That's how I met Ethel. I think that's my either great or great grandmother's name. Despite her protest, I took her home and took care of her for several days. She was prideful, stubborn, and haughty, but at the same time, completely fascinating. She said she was a minor noblewoman from a distant kingdom who was traveling all over the world. She knew things that seemed incredible and had impossible stories. However, despite all her knowledge, there was a certain childhood innocence in her. Sometimes she was surprised at the simplest things, like a little girl who was contemplating the world for the first time. When she recovered, I thought she would leave and that I wouldn't see her again. But to the surprise of the whole village, she built an immense manor in the outskirts not far from where we lived. People never understood how she managed to erect something like that in just a few weeks. Since then, we'd began to see each other frequently, and she proposed to become my tutor. She said that she did it as a payment for the help I had given her. But I think that in her own way she enjoyed my presence as much as I did hers. I soon discovered that Ethel, I said Ethel, Jesus Christ. I soon discovered that Ethel was far from being normal. She possessed a wisdom greater than anyone could acquire in a lifetime, a world of knowledge that I had never imagined opened for me. I learned to read, write, arts, science, and philosophy. I also discovered how little I knew about fighting. Although she herself claimed to be a simple neophyte in combat, in only a few months practicing at her side, I advanced more with weapons that I had in my entire life. We argued continuously, but at the same time, we became inseparable. Time passed, and we fell in love. Possibly, I had loved her since I met her. We were together for 4 years, the best of all my existence. By her side, every day was different. Living was not just living. But there was a lot that I did not know about her. I never imagined how much. Damn, dog. No wonder he got touchy about the whole subject.
This hole.
That was just what a memory was. We didn't go upstairs, I don't think. We got like a few minutes. Oh, it's blocked. Oh. Life fragment obtained. The basements. The deepest, darkest secrets. The beach of memories. It's where your boo washed up at? Oh, there's a memory. Nameless memory obtained. Her real name was Etheldria, the first witch. They called her that because in a certain way, all the sorcery of the world originated in her. She was the first that shaped magic in words and formulas, who created what, with time, would be the basis of all enchantments and spells. Etheldria. She had been one of the founders of Yehuda, the leader of the Division of Supernatural Investigation, until she was fed up with the horrors that she committed. When she decided to leave, the High Council, which she once took part, felt that she knew too many secrets of Yehuda to let her go, and decided to eliminate her. Uh-oh. The first attempt had been in the night of the storm, but after failing, Yehuda decided they wouldn't miss a second time. Damn. We were having dinner in the main room when she noticed them. A group of elite executioners from Yehuda had surrounded the mansion. They came for her. I had never seen her so worried. While we escaped, she told me who she really was and what was happening. She told me that they had sealed everything for miles and that we had no choice but to escape by ourselves. We reached the great beach that was under the tunnels of the mansion before they intercepted us. A dozen enemies surrounded us from above. We could not keep running. I watched the spectacle of combat completely impotent. Etheldria seemed to dance. When I saw her, I didn't even think she was human. It was terrifying, like a cruel and beautiful god who had descended into the world of man to destroy her enemies. Standing there, I told myself that I had to do something, that I had to help her. I had been preparing myself for a moment like that. When I contemplated what they were capable of doing, I understood that creatures like that existed in a different world from the one where I lived. It didn't matter how much I prepared or how much talent I had. After all, I was just a man. But the attack was just a distraction. While she massacred her enemies, hundreds of kilometers away, the High Council of Yehuda prepared their masterful move to eliminate her. They needed enough time to invoke a cataclysm that even Etheldria should not be able to resist. When the first witch noticed what was happening, it was too late. Like a thin spear of light, the attack invoked by Yehuda flew towards her, splitting the sky into two. I don't know why I got in its way. Part of my head screamed that it wouldn't do any good. But I did, despite everything. I jumped on the woman I loved to get her out of the way before the huge explosion dazzled me. When the light dimmed, I smiled, relieved to see that Etheldria was safe and sound in front of me. Only knew that something was wrong when I saw the terror and despair with which she looked at me. That's when I realized my right arm and parts of my chest had disappeared completely. Oh. Funny, it doesn't hurt. I remember thinking before I died.
This grave, it's important. I cannot even remember the name of who is here.
I guess that's why he walks around like this. I mean, he can move his arm and stuff now, but now this is mostly what he does. We'll get to the next little spot and stop. Atheldria. Tomorrow? I guess. I mean, whatever. We'll save. Oh God. The new gate.
That place. The old fishing village behind the other gate. I knew it well. It was where I was born. I didn't remember much about it. It had been too long. Far too long. Somehow, Bale had been able to reproduce a world from my memories. I suppose that having used my blood to seal it, linked us in some way. Just thinking about it displeased me.
I imagine they would. So, we made a good amount of progress today. I actually had forgot what we did prior to this. So it's kind of funny that I would actually remember, but I was like, damn, what are we doing? Because too much stuff had happened. So, anyways. If nobody drags me away tomorrow, the stream will be on like a normal time or whatever. But if not, it might be a little later. But either way, I just wanted to give y'all a heads up on that. And yeah. I appreciate y'all for watching. I'll let y'all later. Y'all take care.